going on out there, Laker fans? That is it. We are done. Our season is over at the hands of the Oklahoma City Thunder. 106-90, Game 5. So, 4-1, we're ousted. Disappointed, yeah, of course, very disappointed. Every time your team gets beat in the playoffs, any sport, it's always disappointed. But, expected. I really didn't see us getting past the Thunder. I know we could. There was a chance that we could, but we had to play pretty good basketball, terrific basketball actually to beat that team, and we were far from that. We coulda, woulda, shoulda, but you get beat by the better team. Thunder's clearly the better team. Games 2 and game 4, it could have been easy the other way around, but they're the ones that came up with the big plays at the end to win them the games, those 2 games. Really surprised me, about the Lakers when just making turnovers at critical moments of the game, when they're supposed to be the more experienced ones, be more composed in those situations. Kobe totally choking in game 2. Towards the end, two big turnovers. When we had that 7-point lead with about 2 minutes left, 2 big turnovers, 2 horrible shots. And then they stormed back and beat us by 2. And then game 4, had that double-digit lead, totally let that go. And then Gasol with the big turnover, and then Durant hit that big 3. Pretty much seen that big 3 go in. It's pretty much ball game. Though I would have wished that instead of Kobe going for that 3, we would have went for a quick 2 and then fouled. That's what I would have liked to have seen. Game 5, it was pretty competitive. It was back and forth. We were hanging in there for quite a bit. And it seemed the turning point though was when another turnover, critical situation, when Sessions tried to pass the ball to Kobe. Westbrook intercepted it, went the other way, and I got a bucket and one. Artest came back to hit a 3 to tie it, but you kind of sensed that that was the beginning of the end right there. Just the momentum shift, crowd back in it, all riled up, and then they just pulled away from there. So yeah, disappointed. Thunder clearly they deserved it. You knew it was happening. If you watched my vlogs a couple of seasons ago when we beat them in the first round, I knew, if this team was going to stay together, the Thunder was going to stay together. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Congratulations to them and their fans on making their second straight Western Conference final. At this point, I don't really care who wins as long as it's not the Celtics, as long as they don't win it. I just want to see good playoff basketball, competitive basketball. Really looking forward to that Thunder Spurs series. Don't care who wins it. I just want to see good basketball. Not that many teams out, But where do they go from here? Don't really know. I'm not gonna really stress about it. Got my hockey team to focus on, and that's the good thing about that's going on for my teams right now. So no more Clippers, no more Lakers in the Staples Center. It's all about the LA Kings now. I don't really care about the Clippers anyway. But I really like what Mike Brown kind of did. He just didn't. It seemed like he didn't really have control of the team. Like the players, and I don't know if they didn't respect him like they should. I really like his defensive scheme though. I really like if they would have followed that and really played like they should have, defense like they should. I could have, this team, to me would have been better than expected. But no depth on the bench, man. That problem's really got to be solved. Without a bench, there's only as far as you can go, without a bench, and we definitely had no depth on that bench. Just Steve Blake, with the exception of that Game 7 against Denver, much more of a liability for his team. So let's see if they're going to shake this team up. Of course, we stay loyal to our team. No matter what the haters say, there's always going to be haters around. I'm sure there's been Laker haters around for years. and they've all said the same thing. You know, I'm sure back when West and Chamberlain, you know, were leaving or on the outs, they said, you know, Lakers weren't going to be competitive anymore. And when Magic, Kareem, and Worthy left, I'm sure they said the Lakers were done. Of course, that wasn't the case. And when Shaq left, we heard the Lakers were done. That wasn't the case. And after Kobe and Gasol, you know, after their time is done with the Lakers, people are going to say we're done, which is, of course, clearly not going to be the case. This is a winning franchise. I mean, we know how to rebuild and stay competitive. If you don't stay competitive, you know, this team has only missed the playoffs 5 times in existence, over 60 years in the league, and they've only missed the playoffs 5 times. So just a great front office, and they're going to find a way to get back, you know, to the top. Whether how long it takes, you know, how long the drought is, you know, so we're going to be back. So good luck to the Thunder, you know. Wouldn't mind seeing them winning it. You know, I know no animosity towards them whatsoever. The only animosity team I have towards is the Celtics, of course, and a little bit of the, you know, of the Chicago Bulls, just, you know, from the huge run they had in the 90s. You know, I was a Bull hater. Gonna admit, you know, I was a Bull hater. Very jealous of them because I wanted that to be my team now, so I could sympathize for the people who hate us. But until next year, see what happens. Lakers for life. This is Ronak saying, "Go Lakers, go." Till next year, I'm out. See ya.